live stream. Something wrong with YouTube. It will not let me schedule live streams anymore. I hope it's just a bug because it's really driving me crazy. I don't know if it's driving everybody else crazy as well, because I think it's also on the break diving YouTube as well. Very, very annoying. And basically, no, even if you try to schedule it, it goes live. So there's a huge bug here, I think, on YouTube that needs to be fixed. Anyway, I got two nice compliments about the Rose Reads segment that I've been doing, basically reading some of my notes from books that I've read. And so I'm going to continue today with another page out of my notes from the book, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. So where to start with that? Number one, it says, be careful who you praise and admire. Be careful who you look down upon and wish to avoid becoming. Not all success is due to hard work and smart moves, and not all failure is due to laziness and incompetence. And this reminds me of a quotation by, I don't know who's actually said it, but it's a show business quotation or some show business advice about be careful who you criticize and look down upon on the way up, because those very same people are going to be there on the way down. And so you criticize these people on the way up. Guess what? They might not be able to help you when you're crashing down and you need a soft place to land. They are not going to be there for you. And that is going to be a problem. The other thing it reminds us is not all success is due to hard work and smart moves, and not all failure is due to laziness and incompetence. I think that is absolutely crucial to remember, especially, someone in my situation, I don't feel I am all that successful in life. It's not due to my laziness and incompetence. Some people stumble upon success and some people do not. What's up, Derek, Ibra? Great to see you guys. Thanks for joining. So don't get cocky. If you're doing things right and that you're a success, guess what? Don't let your ego get in the way, because you could come crashing down at any single moment. And if you are feeling like a failure right now, same token, hold on a little bit longer, because things could change in an instant. And again, not all success is due to hard work and smart moves. Not all failure is due to laziness and incompetence. For those of you just joining, I am doing something called Rose Reads. My name is Monroe Mann, and I take notes whenever I read books. So I'm sharing with you some of my notes and insights from The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. What's up, Jacob? And well, let's stay on topic, Ibrahim. Next thing that I wrote down was focus less on specific individuals and companies and success and failure stories, and instead focus more on broad patterns across the board. And I think that's a really important thing. A lot of people will say, oh, Monroe, you need to do this because this is what this person did. Or this is what this particular company did. That's all very useful, but merely as a guide. You have to focus less on, by the way, click like, guys. We have 0 likes so far, and that's unfortunate. You want to focus on broad patterns across the board and try to create these. It reminds me of Ray Dalio's Principles. That's another good book to read. This idea that you can create your own rules for your own life by looking at different patterns. And that's what Morgan Housel is talking about in this book too, is focus on broad patterns across the board. Don't get caught up on, oh, this person did that or that person did that. Again, you have no idea why one person succeeded and why another person failed. One person could have succeeded because he had a leg. Like, think about this. Donald Trump Jr. and Hunter Biden both came from very influential families. One of them is doing really well. The other one is, I hope he doesn't have any more drug issues. But in both situations, they both did get a leg up based on who they are. Don't compare to don't look at other people and go, oh, well, if I were like, no, you could have turned out really terribly. Even if you had all of the money and the fame and the fortune or whatever and the power that the Bidens have and the Trumps have. Look at broad patterns, not specific individuals. And I always like to tell people, don't compare yourself. Stop comparing yourself to other people, because when you compare yourself to other people, you inevitably get depressed and sad and start to feel like you are less than. And it's not helpful. You did not come from where they came from. And chance has a huge impact on all of our lives. I don't want to say that our lives are completely focused and controlled by luck and chance, but it does exist. I mean, it's luck and chance that Donald Trump Jr. was born as a Trump. And it was luck and chance that I was born as a man, quote unquote, M-A-N-N. That's my last name, which kind of confuses people. Which is funny because my mom, she was not born a man, but she became a man. So funny. Moving on. Bill Gates said success is a lousy teacher. It seduces people into believing that they cannot lose. Success is a lousy teacher. It seduces people into believing they can't lose. This is why I think sometimes the best coaches are the people who experienced incredible failures in their lives. If you ask someone like Mark Zuckerberg, who's creator of Facebook and Instagram, Meta, I guess he's not the creator of Instagram. He bought Instagram. But point being is, I don't know what his childhood was like, and I don't know what it was like up until the point he got dropped out of Harvard after creating Facebook. But I will say that he basically, from that moment on, had just a string of successes. And I'm not saying his life is easy now just because he's got money and he's a billionaire. I'm sure he's got his life challenges. I know he has his life challenges. But honestly, I think asking Mark Zuckerberg for advice on success, I don't know if he's the best person to ask, because you don't learn lessons by succeeding. You learn lessons by failing. And in many ways, I think this is why perhaps I'm such a good teacher. I have failed so many times, and I've been up against so much opposition that I know things that don't work. I'm able to then guide people on what is more likely to work. And V Pirate, good morning. Hey, I'm glad you went for a 2-mile walk in the snow. I wish I could go for a 2-mile walk in the snow, but I can't. Moving on. When things are going really well, realize that it's not as good as you think. And this is what I talked about this last time, and also this quotation that my mom would always say to me. She'd always say to me, hey, Lapis, nothing is ever as good or as bad as it first appears. And again, we're talking about money right now, the book, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. And it's so easy for us to look at other people and look at them and think, oh, why don't I have the finances that they have? Why don't I have the financial success that they have? Why do I have to struggle so much financially? You're probably completely wrong. You're completely wrong. Again, when things are going really well, realize it's not as good as you think. Meaning, when it seems like things are going really well for other people, it might not be going as well as you think. And if things are going really well for you right now, you better be careful. As they say, pride comes before the fall. And if things are going really well right now, it's probably not as good as you think. And you're probably neglecting something super, super important that if you're not careful, you're going to trip and fall flat on your face. So for any of you watching, if you have, oh my gosh, my life is so good right now. Oh my gosh, I have the greatest relationship. Oh my gosh, I just won the lottery. Oh my gosh, I've got $100 million. Oh my gosh, I'm in the best health of my life. Knock on wood, as they say. Because if you're not careful, it could potentially all come crashing down. All right, the next one. Failure seduces smart people into thinking their decisions were terrible, when sometimes they just reflect the unforgiving realities of risk. Now, that's something that applies to my life greatly. I failed at a lot of things I've done in life. And I think that failure is what has seduced me, a very smart person, into believing that my decisions over the years have been horrible. When maybe that's just the unforgiving realities of risk. Throughout my whole life, I've made the very best decisions I could based on the information that I had. Unfortunately, a lot of times it just did not work out as I had hoped. But it doesn't mean that my decisions were terrible. It just didn't work out. If it had worked out, if all those decisions had worked out perfectly, maybe I would be deluded into thinking that I make incredible decisions all the time, when maybe I just lucked into making the right decisions. And this is what all of us need. And there's a thing called learned helplessness. I talk about that a lot, but that's what basically this is talking about. Learned helplessness is when you keep trying something and you keep failing, you start to learn, or at least believe, that it is destined for failure, so why should you continue to try? So I'll read this again. This is basically the definition of learned helplessness. Failure seduces smart people into thinking their decisions were terrible, when sometimes they just reflect the unforgiving realities of risk. In other words, keep taking chances, folks. Now, we're talking about money here overall. That doesn't mean be reckless with your investments and your money and the things you're doing. I still think you should absolutely be very careful with everything that you do financially. But that's right, there's no giving up, V-Pirate. We need to still take small chances every single day. Got to do it. We've got to do it. I'm looking at my income from YouTube this month. Last month it was $720. This month it's already the 10th of January, and YouTube says my income so far is $32. Wow. That's a big difference. But that doesn't mean that anything I'm doing is wrong. I cannot seduce, again, failure seduces smart people into thinking their decisions were terrible, when sometimes they just reflect the unforgiving realities of risk. It's a risk every time I go onto YouTube. Will I get financial support or will I not? Will I get new subscribers? Will I not? Same thing when you invest in a stock. There is a risk that it could skyrocket. There's a risk that it could go under. That's the thing, V-Pirate. It's not about doing anything different. I just had more people on here. V gifted 150 memberships last month. That was a big part of it. I know my friend Ava /fan, she used to be on here a lot and would gift she would give $25, $50 here. Same thing with Josue. Maybe they're busy. Who knows? Maybe they're not able to be as supportive. I don't know. But it's the point is, I'm not sharing this story with you talking about a pity party for me or this or that. I'm just telling you, Read this again. Failure seduces smart people into thinking their decisions were terrible when sometimes they just reflect the unforgiving realities of risk. It is a risk every time I do YouTube Live. Will people get the notifications? Will people be free to come onto the live stream? Will people have the financial wherewithal to support the channel? That's just the way it is. That's the risk that I take every time I do YouTube. If I were willing, if I wanted it to be a steady thing, you go get a regular job, which is something I actively am looking for that, because this is not, I thought 6 months ago that this potentially could be in the short term a steady income and enough to pay for all the bills, but it's not there. That's the unforgiving realities of risk and entrepreneurship, investing, money, and life in general. How you doing, Catherine? Great to see you. I appreciate this sharing, V Pirate. Who knows? Again, that's the unforgiving reality of risk. You could share this channel with a bunch of groups. It could be that absolutely nobody reads those posts, or if they do, nobody comes and joins the channel or whatever, or somebody famous sees that and goes, oh my gosh, that guy looks like an awesome channel, and then posts it on his or her huge social media account with tens of millions, and then next thing you know, I've got 100,000 subscribers. That's the unforgiving realities of risk. It could be up, it could be down. Your name is Catherine. What do you mean, did you forget my name? Isn't that not your name? All right, so the next note that I took from reading the book, The Psychology of Money. The key to financial success, next one, I skipped one. The role of risk means we should forgive ourselves and leave room for understanding when judging our failures. Now, I came up with my own quotation back maybe 20 years ago when I realized I was somebody who was very ambitious. And I realized the more ambitious you are, it means the more you're going to try. And the more things you try, the more times you're going to fail. The more times you fail, the more you're going to think you're a loser and an idiot and a failure. So I came up with this quotation, which is, the more ambitious you are, the more forgiving of yourself you have to be. I wish I could practice it more frequently myself, because I don't forgive myself as much as I should. But I'm reminding myself right now as we're talking that I do need to forgive myself because of all the ambition that I have. Let me read this again. The role of risk means we should forgive ourselves and leave room for understanding when judging our failures. In other words, just because you fail does not mean that you caused it or that you're not deserving of success. I'm just coming over here. I got to stretch my legs. They're a little stiff. We need to be forgiving ourselves and realize, even if you are, there's that book that I mention sometimes when I do live streams, which is about, I forget what the heck is the name of it. Oh, Why Startups Fail. And it's written by a Harvard Business School professor. And what's interesting is every single person in the book is a graduate of Harvard Business School. Every case study in every single one of those businesses failed. Despite having millions of dollars of funding, despite having incredible ideas and concepts for the business, despite having leadership teams that are all from Harvard Business School. And yet they all failed. So that's literally showing that there is an element of risk. And some people, it takes off. Some people, it does not. Doesn't mean you're a failure. It means that whatever, the stars did not align for that particular project. Hey, Layla, that's right. Or Lila. And V. Pirate says, it's important to be ambitious without becoming arrogant because of success, just as it's important not to become defeated because of our losses. Let them make us more knowledgeable. Wise words, Mr. Pirate, Mr. Marcus Pirate. Indeed, absolutely. Let me find the next one. So the key to financial success, know when enough is enough. Do not keep chasing more. And that's why I remember I have a very modest goal for YouTube, which is to make $4,000 a month. That is my hope. I don't know how long it'll take, but I mean, here's that super board. Last month made a 710. Ultimate goal 4,000 a month, and as I mentioned, it's like $30 right now. I don't know. Does this add up? This seems like it adds up to more than maybe it doesn't. Oh no, see there was $20 here, so I don't know. But anyway, point being is don't need to. I don't need 5 million followers. I don't need massive fame. I would just like to make 4,000 a month from this. And as reasonable as it is, it's still a very, very ambitious goal. Simulation says risk is part of life. It makes life adventurous, be it a good one or a bad one. Yeah, but some adventure is terrifying, some adventure is fun. I prefer the fun adventure. Next is Madoff. To make money, we're talking about, what's his name? Bernie Madoff, the guy, the Ponzi scheme guy. So to make money they didn't have and didn't need, they risked what they did have and did need. There's no reason to risk what you have and need for what you don't have and don't need. This is the importance of, that's why I say that if you go to a casino or if you're investing in crypto or even in the stock market, do not invest money that you need for rent for the next 3 months. Do not invest money in crypto that you need to pay for your college classes. Do not invest into some speculative real estate when you need to pay for groceries. And sometimes people do that. They just spend money that they don't have trying to create money that they dream about, but they don't really need. So that's a very good lesson. Next, the hardest financial skill is getting the goalposts to stop moving. Meaning it's not about more and more and more. which is interesting because it's basically telling me that if this channel ever gets to the point where it's making $4,000 a month, I should not say, okay, guys, let's try to get this up to 5,000. Let's get this up to 10,000. Let's get this up to 100,000. I guess I could move the goalpost up to like 10,000 a month. I think making 120 a year, that's plenty. But I can see how it causes problems. Greed causes problems where you just keep going, I want more, I want more, I want more, I want more, and I want more. We don't need more. He goes on to say, life is no fun if you don't have an enough. So the question is, what is your enough? You have to define what is it that what are you chasing where you'll finally say, you know what? I finally have enough. Next, social comparison is not the problem. The ceiling of social comparison is so high that no one will ever hit it. You want more than your wealthy friend, and your friend wants more than his wealthy friend, and his wealthy friend wants more than his wealthy friend, and it keeps going and going. This, going back to what I said before, stop comparing yourself to other people. People often say, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a millionaire, but if you do your math, and you write down, what do you actually need? How much money do you need to make on a monthly basis to live a pretty good life where you get to do most of the things you want to do in life? Whenever I do this exercise, the amount of annual income for me comes out somewhere between $70,000 and $85,000. Meaning anything above $85,000, this is after tax. Anything above $85,000 is just bonus. So I don't need to be a millionaire. I just need to be making $85,000 a year, and I am living, in my mind, like a king. I can travel every few months. I can easily afford mortgage, groceries, car expenses, all that stuff. That's it. I can afford my Chinese lessons. I can afford some dance lessons. Really do a inventory for yourself. How much do you really need? Because you don't need to be a millionaire. That's just a want, but you don't need it. And you don't need it. And like, do you want to be a millionaire or do you want to be happy? doesn't mean they're mutually exclusive. You can be happy and a millionaire, but you can also be happy and not be a millionaire. For me, $85,000 a year would do that. Now, this is assuming too that I'm doing what I like to do for that $85,000 a year, that I have free time where I can travel, that I am not overly stressed by the job. I could sacrifice everything and get $85,000 a year, but I would be 100% miserable. I'd rather be broke and not a slave than be a slave and making $85,000 a year. Let me see. V Pirate says, we're all investing every day, aren't we? We invest our time in a job for pay. Exactly. Invest our time into friends and family, invest our emotions and relationships. It's 100% true. And I think I was talking about that yesterday as well. Life is just one big risk and life is one big investment. What are you choosing to do with every single moment of your time? Oh yeah, it was yesterday when I was talking about sunk costs. And every day you have to realize, is it worth investing more time into this, or is it better for me to move on and go spend my time somewhere else? And yes, V Pirate, you're right. Comparison is the thief of contentment. 100%, absolutely. And V Pirate, learn to live on $10 an hour. Then you are living the good life, V Pirate. You are living the good life, 100%. And I applaud you, and I encourage you to keep on doing what you are doing, because you're a good example for everybody else, including me. Okay, the next note from my notes from the book, The Psychology of Money, is an insatiable appetite for more will push you to the point of regret. An insatiable appetite for more will push you to the point of regret. And that's something that we all need to kind of think about is, are we pushing too hard for something that we don't even need that's going to result in us having regret? Next, Rajut Gupta said, don't get too attached to anything. Your reputation, your accomplishments, or any of it. I think about it now, what does it matter? Says, okay, this thing unjustly destroyed my reputation, but that's only troubling because I'm so attached to my reputation. And I find that fascinating because it reminds me of Buddhism, where Buddhism says that struggle is life. And the reason why we have so much struggle is because we have so much attachment to things. Our names, our reputations, our money, our jobs, our identity, our friends, our family, our accomplishments. I'm going to read this again, this quote from Rajat Gupta. Listen up. Don't get too attached to anything, your reputation, your accomplishments, or any of it. I think about it now, what does it matter? Okay, so this thing unjustly destroyed my reputation. That's only troubling if I'm so attached to my reputation. Moving on, you don't need tremendous force to create tremendous results or changes. Now that's an interesting point because it's talking kind of about the 80-20 rule, which is also known as the Pareto principle, which is that 80% of your results are the direct result of, are caused by 20% of your effort. So here he's saying you don't need tremendous force to create tremendous results or changes. I'm starting my physics class tomorrow and already learning about levers. If you have a lever, you can lift something up that weighs 1,000 pounds very easily. If you don't have a lever, good luck trying to pick up something that weighs 1,000 pounds. So a lot of times, if you're not getting the tremendous changes or results that you want in life, maybe it's because you're not using the right lever. And that applies to me too. I am clearly not using the right lever to grow this YouTube channel because I've been stuck under 5,000 subscribers. I've been between 4,400. I think now I'm almost getting to 4,700. Like, why are there these channels that have 100,000 or 300,000 or 500,000 subscribers and they started the channel a year ago? I don't know. But clearly they used a lever that I don't have. And so The idea is you got to constantly try to find the right lever that's going to allow you to get where you want to go. Thank you guys for clicking like, double tapping the screen. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your support of the channel. Next, most of Warren Buffett's fortune is simply the result of compounding over time and never selling. I'll read that again. Most of Warren Buffett's fortune is simply the result of compounding over time and never selling. And it is the truth. If you just bought, this is why I do, and I recommend all of you do, just buy the S&P 500, even if it's $5 a day. That money, 95% likelihood, a year from now, it's going to be significantly more than the amount of money that you put in. And if you just keep doing that and it just keep compounds year after year and you keep adding more and more money, you're going to have a lot of money in there eventually that you could use in an emergency, that you could use to buy a home or a second home or an investment property, or you can take out some of it and put it into crypto if you want. Again, most of Warren Buffett's fortune is the result of compounding over time. What Buffett is famous for, he just buys and never sells. His strategy is buy and hold. That's it. And Athena's back in here. How you doing? Happy New Year to you. You aren't feeding the popular attention. Yeah, and unfortunately it is. I mean, I'm giving people what I'm able to offer them. And if, I don't really want to play video games on here. I'll play video games here and there, but I don't want to become known as a guy who plays video games. And so I'm not willing to go down that road, which is just my personal thing. But you're right. And the lever that I'm choosing is apparently the harder level. The lever that I've been choosing for 18 years is why it took me 18 years to get the channel monetized. I mean, that's just bonkers. V Pirate says, now I think I'm the Emperor's New Groove. Wrong lever. Yes, correct. Jay, do you ever consider cooing the American government, installing a dictatorship? I think everybody has thought about that at some point. And remember that song from Tears for Fears that says, everybody wants to rule the world? That's a part of human nature. We all are gravitating towards power. But no, I've decided against overthrowing the government and installing a dictatorship. And thanks, Athena. By the way, Athena, you're only supposed to be able to insult me if it's a super chat. So next one better be a super chat, or I revoke your privileges. V Pirate, Jay, because that's worked so well for other governments. Yeah. Next note that I took from the book. Again, the book I'm talking about is Psychology of Money. Good investing is not about earning the highest returns. Thank you. Thank you. I will get out of my chair for that. Yes, Athena, you should know by now. You thought it was 2025 and that new year, new rules. No. You can only insult me and my moderators via super chat. 19, I am Athena. Thank you, Athena. You've cheered me up today. And I just also want to give a shout out to the people who are members like V Pirate, because I acknowledge your financial contribution and your support as well. Even if it's not the adrenaline rush of getting a super chat, you are still supporting the channel, and I 100% appreciate it greatly. What's up, Angel? Good to see you. I'm sorry that you had your seizures. I'm hoping things are going better for you in the afternoon. So going back to this note, good investing is not about earning the highest returns, because the highest returns tend to be one-off hits that cannot be repeated. An example of that is Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin could still skyrocket, but the likelihood of there being new Bitcoin billionaires, very slim to none. Good investing is about earning pretty good returns that you can stick with, and that can be repeated for the longest period of time. That's when compounding runs wild. So again, If you just take money every single week and you put that into the S&P 500 as an example, please do your own research. I'm not giving you investment advice. And you just put money into the S&P 500 for the next 30 years. Now, as long as you think that the American economy is still strong, that regardless of who the president is, it's still going to continue to get positive gains, and you believe that the companies that comprise the S&P 500 are strong. Now, keep in mind that S&P 500 every week gets rebalanced, so you don't really have to worry about that because it's always the top 500 companies in America. My gosh, after 30 years, your investment in the S&P 500 could be fantastic. Athena, I make enough of my investments to live. Stocks pay me $100,000 a year. Athena, well, you're doing things right, my friend. Congratulations to you from one five head to another, because I know that you've got a five head too. It takes one to know one. I'm just letting you know right now, Athena. I know. But Athena's situation is what I'm talking about. If you put enough money into investments, not these crazy investments that give you crazy high returns. If you put enough into decent investment, the S&P 500 is not going to give you 50% in return every year. Maybe it'll give you, it averages, I think, around 12%. But that's still really good. If you can stick with it and keep pushing money into it every single week, in 10 years, then you can start looking into covered calls. Once you own 100 shares of the S&P 500 or any optionable stock, you can start selling covered calls in that. I should probably do a short. I'm going to do a short showing how that's done. I think that would be very interesting. Anyway, how you doing, Carly? Good to have you here. I think Athena's actually a guy, V-Pirate. But hey, if you're into that, you can have your sugar daddy. Great to have you here, Carly. So I guess the summary of that is to just remind you, please don't go chasing 100% of your time and 100% of your money towards the next Bitcoin billionaire opportunity. You're probably not going to find it. The people who are Bitcoin billionaires are probably the same number of people who have won the lottery. Think about that. And somehow you think that you can find that next Bitcoin billionaire opportunity, but you're not buying lottery tickets. It's almost the same probability. The likelihood of you winning the lottery is probably just as likely as you finding the next Bitcoin billionaire opportunity. I'm not telling you not to look for it. I'm telling you, don't spend all of your time and money trying to find that, and then 30 years from now, you've got no investments whatsoever because you've lost everything on all these speculative adventures. As Jim Cramer talks about, and I talk about him every once in a while, let's just say you've got $100,000 a year that you're making, and let's say you invest $10,000 of that every year. Maybe $500 of that should be invested in very speculative ventures. That remaining $9,500 of your investable assets should be invested in, they don't have to be completely safe investments, but spread out, like at least where you have a pretty good idea of how it works and what the rate of return is likely to be. As I talk about on my website, investlikeaninvestor.com, you should try to invest across multiple asset classes: real estate, crypto, stock market, your own business, maybe investing in someone else's business. Your education, that is probably the best investment that you could possibly make. And Ray Dalio talks about that too. How has he been the most successful hedge fund investor year in and year out for decades? Because he diversifies. And he diversifies into the right asset classes. And he says, our portfolios are recession-proof. When the markets are going like gangbusters, we make money. When the markets are tanking, we still make money. obviously not making as much money, but the idea is good investing, I'm reading this again, is not about earning the highest returns, because the highest returns tend to be one-off hits that can't be repeated. It's about earning pretty good returns you can stick with and that can be repeated for the longest period of time. All right, so before I go to, let's go on here. Let me see. We've got Athena. All right, I'm going to remove Athena's message because I told Athena, you may not insult me or mods or my fans unless you super chat me as part of the insult. That was the deal that we had, and it was very clear. What's up, Ava? V Pirate, the chance of winning the lottery is like trying to guess the same address that someone else picks across the whole U.S. Bonus points for guessing which room of the house. Yes, you're 100% correct, V Pirate. And you're more likely to become a millionaire by learning basic investment strategies with moderate returns over time than you are to hit the pay dirt by investing in something incredibly speculative. Let's see. And there we go, Athena. Now we're talking. That's right. That's right, Athena. You can insult Pirate as long as you super chat. And by the way, Pirate, that's the I don't know if you remember, but that was the deal that we made. Let's add another one up here. $2. I am Athena. We'll do this here. That was for the 5 head. Okay, I am Athena. $2. Making fun of V Pirate. V Pirate, thank you for taking one for the team. I appreciate that. That is how we grow a YouTube channel together. Thank you, Athena, for the insults and the super chat. Thank you, Marcus, for accepting the criticism. And we all work together. What's up, XX? Your friend, you know HR Gamer? Who the heck is HR Gamer? I know Rabbit Gamer, but I don't know that. But anyway, XX, good to have you back. Happy New Year to you, and congrats on getting one of the gifted memberships. V Pirate, no, you didn't do anything. This is just how Athena operates. Yeah, Ava, I remember you. Multicolored sketches. Who has multicolored sketches? Carly wants, Athena, could you please insult Carly? Oh, you like Carly? I am your friend. I changed my name, my old name, HR Gamer. Oh, got it. Okay. Well, welcome back. You were like my Chinese students in China when I was teaching them English. They have their Chinese name like Wang Hong, but they want to have a Western name so that it's easier for them to integrate with American society or British society or whatever. And so they come up with names like Harry or John or Frank. And I'd go in and go, Harry, and then you go, hello. No, my name now is John. I'm like, come on, you were Harry last week. I just remembered your name, and now you're John. And then next week, I go, John, are you here? He goes, no. Now I am Harry once again. Harry. Oh, wow, come on. Now you're back to Harry. And then 2 weeks later, hey, Harry. He goes, no. Now I am Sam. Sam, much better name. Sam is a much better name. Oh, so now that's what you are doing right now. You're changing your name once again. What the? XX, what are you talking about? If you're 109 subscribe, I subscribed you. What the heck does that mean? Oh, I love Chinese people. And I like speaking Chinese. I love studying Chinese. Some of them have such difficulty saying thank you, and they always go, thank you, Monroe, thank you very much, Monroe. And I say, no, it's not thank you, it's thank you. And they say, yes, thank you. Yash, I just watched the movie 3 Idiots last night with my mom from 2009. What a beautiful movie. A really, really, really great movie. Hackers are good as long as they are white hat hackers. We don't want the black hats. We want the white hats. All right, moving on to we have 5 more bullet points from this page, and then we'll call it. Look at you, Athena. Good job. You recognized that you gave an insult without properly giving credit. So let's do that. 21. I am Athena. $2 for making fun of India. So far, Athena made fun of my forehead, Marcus, V-Pirate, and India. Good job. Good job. Oh, wait, we got another one here. $5 from V-Pirate. Athena's mom is so hairy when she walks outside, the neighbors call animal control. V-Pirate. No. See, you are a super fan, V-Pirate. Look at that. Look at that, man. That is good. V-Pirate, Athena, you have found your match with V-Pirate. That was a $5 making fun of Athena. That's a good one. That is a good one. And speaking of investments and the psychology of money, I like the way you think, V-Pirate. I like the way you think, and I like the way you invest your money. I got to tell you. My salary, I don't have a salary from YouTube. I get paid monthly based on a combination of advertising revenue, super chats, the jewels and gifts, and super stickers and things like that. And it varies between 200, which was the lowest, and $710, which was last month in December. I have a feeling January. You know what? I've got my feeling wrong all the time. I thought January was going to be 250 again, and it ended up getting up to 710. So I do not know. I do not know. Yeah, Carly. We give the high five to V-Pirate. Ava says I do too much. Athena's insulting in installments. Yeah, simulation. Athena likes to insult in installments. Hey, Pirate's mom is so big. I need a GPS to find. Wow. Okay, that's a little overboard, but that's just really bad. That's really bad. 24. I am Athena. $5, and this makes fun of Pirate's mom. I'm going to put a heart there because we love Pirate's mom. We love Pirate's mom. Yeah. Hey, good. Carly answered the question even before I got there. V-Pirate, Athena's mom is so nasty. She's out here like the Pokemon trainer bestie. She's trying to catch them all. Oh, see. Hey, V-Pirate, I'm very glad that you have found a new role for yourself in 2025. You are Monroe Mann's insult deflector on YouTube. V-Pirate. Athena's mom. Can you imagine if Athena starts becoming so offended and he's like, I don't like it when someone's doing it to me. Oh my God, this is terrible. What's going on here? I used to be the insult guy on this channel. And now V-Pirate's making fun of my mother. Oh my God, I'm so sad. Carly is in the United States, like me. Hey, what's up, Angel? How are you? Ava, stop telling people. Be nice. Be nice. Hey, look at Athena's laughing at me. Maybe I'll start a new thing called Insult Wars, and I will be the host. And the only rules are you can insult anyone and anybody in the chat as long as you super chat in order to do that. I'm wondering if that could actually work. That would be funny. Yeah. Athena, do you like it? Hold on, let me do a poll. Insult wars. Yes or no? Maybe I've figured out my, or maybe it is, you can only insult members and mods or the host. Members, mods, or host, because then maybe it's a little bit 100%. 5 votes said yes. You know, that could be something. That could be something. We've got 6 votes. Everyone is saying yes. Wow. So maybe that's something that we can do. We got to make sure that Athena and V Pirate are here. They have. Oh yeah, if you have to coordinate, we have to coordinate. Boy, bye. Boy, no, boy. No, boy, bye, boy. Ava, be nice. Okay, so let me end the poll. Let me see. Should who can get insulted during insult wars? Anyone? Only host. Host and mods. Host and mods. Host, mods, and members. Okay. So let's do this next one here. Oh my gosh, V Pirate. Look at you. Carly is so dumb. Never mind. She's a sweet baby angel. Jamie said, I have to say that. Then I will finish. Carly is a big, fat, 50-year-old Norwegian man who never leaves his basement. Boom, Carly, eat that. Congratulations, V Pirate. This is the 10th super on a live stream. Carly got a $5 insult. Carly, I hope you're proud of yourself. $5 insult. How did this get up to $28? That was surprising. We got, all right, 26, V Pirate, $5. Carly stinks. Yeah, Carly stinks. All right. Let me see. Athena says, little guy, grow up, Ava. And Ava says, no, I will not. Angel says, do you still have a drawing of a church yesterday? Yeah, of course I still have that drawing. Guys, I'll show you. I don't know if you guys saw it, but we did a live stream yesterday of me doing a drawing. And this is what I drew. Very, very pretty. You can insult it if you want. I'm man enough, but I know that it's a good drawing. So, thanks for mentioning it, Angel. And I'm glad you were there for that fun event. Athena, Ava, no one loves you alone. we got, but can you imagine if maybe this insult wars thing could take off? $27. I am Athena. Okay, and that is $2. Ava, well, I can't read that. Ava. I love how there are names next to everything now, like why somebody's super chatted. Jamie gave me $1.99 for the art yesterday, for the socks. Athena today for the 5 head. I'll give you a close up. Look at that. Now that is a beautiful, beautiful 5 head. I am 8. Well, hello, Ava. Let's see, 8 years old, 2016. Let me see if 2016 would make her in 2024. So Ava might be 8 years old. Well, if you are 8, we love you. Just so you know that, Ava. I love all my fans. And so you're welcome here always. Ava, you're not allowed to tell me to be quiet unless you super chat. I mean, I talk poo to have fun. Ava is just annoying. Mod, sick 'em. Thanks, Angel. It's draw a happy little tree, says Bob Ross. Carly, it's a 7 head. You better super chat me $25 right now for that. The mods are getting in on the insulting me. The mods are getting in on insulting me. V Pirate says, win strong there. Blew your hairline back a lot. I am Athena. Carly, do you see how small those fingers were to his giant airport of a head? V Pirate, that has to be a super chat. That's true. And Athena, that also needs to be a super chat. Let me remove those messages. I'll remove Carly's as well. And let's see. You guys can try again if you'd like those to be publicly shared. We've got rules here, people. We have rules. Can you please abide by them? This is going to be bigger than Squid Game. All right, who can get insulted during insult world? Insult. All right, so here is the next question. Hold on. Thank you, Athena. I'm going to post that up in a second. Let me just do one more poll. Should I end this and start another called Insult Wars? The question is like, should you do it as a test? Because I always talk about ideas. Should I? And then I don't get off. I don't actually do it. While you guys are doing the poll, let me just finish. Carly, you're funny. So I'm gonna go quickly through these last few points. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not gonna go quickly through these points. Let me just see what the vote is. Yes. All right. So, guys, I'm going to make a note here in my notes for where to stop. Good Okay, we're going to start here. So that's where we'll start next time when we do another one of these Rose reads. And so I'm going to. Oh, and let me do another poll. Well, first let me do another poll here. And while we're doing that, let me just add you guys up there, and then we're gonna end this stream, and we're gonna try to do some insult wars and see how that goes. All right, wow, we're on the other side. 28 was I am Athena. Well, I am Athena. $2 saying no. I don't know what's that about. Carly, 29, is member super chat and 7 head. That's acceptable. That is acceptable. All right, let me look and see what the. All right, 75% say insult wars. Guys, I am going to Yes, you made it to the board, Jamie. You made it to the board. I'm going to stop this, guys, right now. I'm going to start another one called Insult Wars and just see what happens. Cool. I'll see you guys in a little bit. We'll start it in like 2 minutes. Bye. Thank you for your support. Invest well and wisely and often. See ya. Thanks for subscribing.